Hello, my name is Carol, and I've created this video to begin my money journey. My money journey has gone on for quite some time, but this year in 2023, I wanted to be very intentional about setting some goals and chronicling them in video format to hold myself accountable and just to see what it would be like keeping a video journal like this. So here we go. I wanted to start by giving some basic information about myself. I am 51 years old, single, and I work full time. I also do other work on the side, and as I continue with other videos, I will discuss that and how it impacts my financial decisions. Another thing that is very significant about my own financial health is the fact that I am a person with a disability. I am a person that uses a power wheelchair for mobility, and I have consistent caregiver expenses that I pay for out of pocket. Um, I've seen a lot of videos about disabilities. I've also seen a lot of videos about money, but I have not seen a lot of people with disabilities talk about money. So I thought that would be interesting to put out there. So I want to transition now over to my net value analysis and goals for 2023. For 2023, I have 3 financial goals. One is to do a monthly budget starting in February. The reason for starting in February is I have enrolled in my employer's healthcare FSA, and I do not yet know what my net pay will look like once that money is taken out. Once I get paid in January, I'll have a better idea of what that looks like. My second goal is to track actual expenditures. I am lucky enough to make enough money that I have not always had to think about where it's going. But I also realize that the consequence of doing that is that I'm not using it as intentionally as I would like to. So I'm going to be on the ball with tracking expenses. Also, if I have a major expense, I want to be able to plan for that purchase 90 days in advance. What is informing this goal is that usually I've noticed that there's one big expense that comes up every year, whether it's replacing a hot water heater, a dishwasher, some other significant kind of repair. There's always something that shows up. And this year I am anticipating that I will need to replace my stove and oven, which I think is going to be around a $1,500 expense. So rather than just buying the first thing out there, I want to honor the feedback of my roommate saying that it's taking a really long time to warm up the oven and start anticipating that maybe the oven that I've had ever since I bought the condo may need to be replaced. So, those are my 3 major financial goals. They are all behaviors, all within my scope of influence. Now, I also have some financial targets that I would like to keep as well. The first one could be either a goal or a target, but I decided to stick it under targets. and that is to stick with the Ramsey Solutions program, Baby Step 6. So Dave Ramsey is a financial advisor that helps people with their financial planning. I have done reading on the internet, reading on books, and have looked at a lot of different financial advice. I have been somewhat indecisive about what direction to go in, but I think that after spending a lot of time mulling it over, that I would like to go with the Ramsey solution. And based on his baby steps, I'm at step 6 out of 7, which is actually really good. And step 6 is where you take extra income that you have after your living expenses, and you put that income towards extra principal payments on your mortgage. And I would like to pay down my mortgage to get below $178,000. And hopefully, if things go the way I want them to, I would like to see my net value increase by about 20%. I've heard a lot of models that say that by the time you're 50, you should have 4 times, 5 times your annual income in your net value, or even in retirement. That is not the case for me. So we'll see how I can start making up some ground as we move forward. So right now, I have projected that my net value is $318,475.31. This includes assets that I've listed here, as well as debts. My assets include my condo, which is estimated at $391,416. This is a Redfin estimate. The county tax estimate is actually 363. You can see that I picked the bigger number of the two. I have a Roth IRA with just over $85,000. I have a Vanguard mutual fund account with $17,600. I try not to look at this account because it has lost value over the past year. So right now I'm at the mode of set it and forget it. I have a primary checking account with $3,251.50 and a secondary checking account with just over $100 in it. I should mention that I have a savings account also where I keep enough money to cover the deductible on my homeowner's insurance. I also put extra money in there so when I do a side hustle and I get a 1099 at the end of the year, I have money set aside to pay the taxes on that income. I did not list that here because I don't psychologically think of it as real money. My debts are fairly streamlined right now. The big one is my mortgage payment, which is at $193,631.02, and I have 2 credit cards with small balances on them, including an American Express card and Visa card. These are cards that I pay off every month, where I pay for routine expenses. Now, if I'm being vigilant under the Ramsey model, this is something that I should not do. However, I do not like using debit cards online in case there's hacking. I don't want people to have direct access to my bank account. So that's why I do that. Dave, please forgive me. Just as a point of interest, I put my credit scores down here, TransUnion has me at 848. Equifax has me at 779, and Experian has me at 736. In 2020, I discovered some identity theft had been done in my name. TransUnion was cooperative in terms of clearing those fraudulent accounts. Equifax and Experian less so. I have refused to pay those off because they are not my debt. So they do show up as derogatory information on my credit. In any case, these are good credit scores, so I'm not going to be worried about it. So this is my snapshot at the beginning of the year about where I stand and where my goals are. If you want to share your thoughts with me, please do. Like I said, I'm just wanting to keep myself accountable and also just try doing some new skills, making videos. This will be very crude and probably something that causes a level of embarrassment for me later. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. Anyway, thank you for watching this, and more to follow. Thank you. Bye.